I have used this terminology most of my life, but now it makes sense. When it came to relationships that were over and I knew there was no possibility of turning back, I turned it off like a light switch. Every single time. The hottest men, but it was done. If it was no longer, why would I even consider thinking about it, giving it any attention in my brain? I did not realize what a gift I've had my entire life. When I was dysfunctional and married to Craig, I found a comfort zone in sharing a life with someone, no matter how miserable I was. But I knew it was not a life that I could sustain. Crying myself to sleep every night had to have an ending. I tended to overstay my welcome as I was good at suffering. It took me a long time to exit the Puyallup house. These two marriages placed me for long periods of time and spaces where I could relax and not be completely responsible for my every waking moment. It becomes comfortable. I know, but I was uncomfortable. Me. I was getting sick as I was saying yes to everything I needed to say no to. I never even considered thinking that no was an option. I was a robot on automatic based on what my lens could show me. I could only see through the eyes of a child growing up in my house with my mother. I only knew what I was taught by those in my circle. Same with you. There is much more than any of them could possibly know. Occasionally agreeing to sex when you didn't want to and compromise was the price I paid to be married. Compromise. Compromise is selling your soul. We are not to become someone's possession. We are us, ours, not theirs. I stayed in one space for an extended period of time, twice. Both times I had to stretch well out of my comfort zone to even begin to navigate my way away. I did. I left complete comfort, security, the ability to travel and play, and financial abundance. I trusted my path. Yes, it was a little scary, but I knew I would always land in a better place. I knew after a life of experience. I am in a momentary relationship-ish thing for a few days. No sex. We are just enjoying the hell out of each other's company. He's leaving. We would not go any further if he was staying. I wouldn't be having conversations with him. I'm just beginning my life outside of Mount Shasta and channeling books for a few years. I am doing it right now. This I am to record a video as it is read and publish it immediately. Many people are in this document. I will have encounters with many people. I will know when, or if it's someone I will become one with. It will be crystal clear. I don't expect it anytime soon. But if it did, it would just be. It wouldn't consume me or matter. It would just be the someone I could go home to for the time until it is no longer. We will both continually grow. Until then, I remain exactly as I was when it's happening. I love it and it's wonderful. When it's over, I'm happy. It spent its time. It was what it was. Nothing is supposed to go longer than its term. It doesn't matter what contracts you signed. Your spirit knows it needs to go. It is dying to get in the groove and find its light. C-102 is leaving, and he will give me no indication whatsoever of what he feels. But I don't need to know. That is what is funny. It doesn't matter. It is irrelevant. He is glowing and has a big smile on his face. I don't feel anything. It just is. I don't date. I don't look for people to date. If somebody comes into my path, that is to be my partner for a moment, we dance. And then he dances the other direction, as do I, it just is. There is no loss. It doesn't hurt. We know our parameters, and it's okay. I love how I am. I can't get hurt. You could be this. You are this. You just don't realize it. I remember how I felt for 5 years when I wished to God Craig would come back to me after I left him. I never would have gone back to him. I just thought that's what I wanted because I wanted the comfort and security of a man to take care of me. He wasn't. It was all I knew. I am far from lazy, but sometimes you just want a break. He knew I would cheat if I had a job, so I was mostly home. I really believed I was madly in love with him. He was my Prince Charming. He rescued me from my impending death in Las Vegas. I was used to physical abuse. I hadn't experienced emotional mindfuckery. I was a stay-at-home wife who couldn't have a life outside of the home. No problem. Wow, I was lost. He was my sixth father. He checked my clothes before I left the house. I belonged to him. I had no identity before. I wasn't missing anything. So I thought, I was not going to get anywhere being alone, pining over something that could never be, and wishing the experience could come back. I never would. I knew I would never go back. I remember how it felt. This is key. Remember how it feels to walk back up to the firing squad. No one tells you what you can or cannot do. It was up to me to keep going and stay alive until I realized this. We do not need anybody or anyone to take care of us. Their needs are nothing like ours. They need to take care of themselves. That is all there is. Holy shit, I just had a vision flash before my eyes. Leaving Craig had to happen. I had to get away from him so I could become what I am. Leaving John was absolutely a piece of cake. I left him years before, but I couldn't leave the situation. I couldn't leave the comfort because I built a nest over these decades. I did not want to pull myself out of my comfort zone, but I knew I had to if I wanted to grow. You will never grow where you are. You will die and come back time and time again until you make the decision to become who you are. When you do, you will exit. C101 and Eric were both examples of my having the experience of no feelings while in a relationship. They were the chosen ones at the time. It just was. It didn't matter. It went until it was done. That's all there is. Things start, they have a story, and then they end. It is your comfort zone that you are afraid of stepping out of, period. And you know this. You know you are capable, and you have many things you would love to do. But you can't because you need to stay stuck in the story. Every one of you visualizes your exit. They are seeing themselves away from you time after time. How does this feel? It takes one strong one to pull the trigger. And then everybody wins. It looks like fallout, but it is intended chaos. You needed to break the frozen people so they could see life from a new lens. I see the Santa Claus when they are all frozen. You are? You don't know it. I know. It took a minute for me to get it. With C101, when he would walk in my home, I didn't know where he ended and where I began. We became one. It was as natural as breathing. It just was. When he would leave in the morning, I would kiss him goodbye and close the door behind him. I did not give him another thought. He meant everything to me, but I never thought about him. He was the one. And then it was over. I got the butt text. There was no turning back. Eric knew the only thing that could come between us were thoughts in his head. He could not stop looking backwards on my Facebook page. He could not stop looking for something to wash away my perfection. I would never be jealous. He was rearranging my kitchen, and I didn't care. I am so full of love, energy, and fun. I live large and loud. When I get to share that with someone, everybody wins. It is just always fun. But if you need to look backwards to see who I was 5 years ago, you will not find me there. You will not find any version of me there. 10 years ago, that woman was long dead. With every move I make, I become something more. I ascend a little higher. This is why we are here, to become our something more. Do not be stuck in a comfort zone. You do not want to stay there. You're not afraid of losing the person. You're afraid of losing the situation. You are enough. I am living proof.